The Inglis Easter Sale draws closer. I was in Melbourne for this week's Inglis Premier Yearling Sale, and I had a sit down with Managing Director Mark Webster.
Yeah, we work really hard to put this together as an event, and we have people that look at it at that way. You know, bringing the horses in and the buyers in, etc., is all part of that. Of course, we've got to engage with media and get them interested early out. We've got to market it. We've got to select the right horses to come here, and then assemble the right buyers to match up to the horses, and then all the logistics, Tim, that goes with that in terms of getting people into town, into hotels, shuttling them in and out. You know, it is sort of, you know, our own little mini Olympics or something like that, or a World Cup, where we get people together for, you know, their grand final. In this case, it's the grand final for a lot of the breeders here in Victoria.
James Harran spent over $1 million. Only the second time we've seen a horse go over $1 million in Melbourne.
Yeah, we weren't really sure we would crack a million here, to be honest. But the colt in question, you know, is By the Right Stand, Written Tycoon. For people watching that don't follow the bloodlines, you know, you've got A-grade stallions, and their progeny are the ones that are in most demand. In this case, you know, as a colt by a very credentialed stallion, lovely type, very athletic, and some hot demand.
Well, the queen of this sale is undoubtedly the mighty Black Caviar. There's the Black Caviar bar, and that's a nice storyline too, isn't it, for everything that follows, or has followed since she was sold here.
Yes, that's right. Look, she came through the sale ring, you know, over 10 years ago, as we know, but she probably put this sale on the map, I would say. There's still only one horse that's undefeated at that level here in Australia, and indeed around the world. You know, 25 races, 25 wins. You know, if you think about that with racing, and you know, you and I both race horses in our spare time, there's always bad luck. There's a bad draw, there's something that can happen where your horse doesn't win, but for her, that never happened. She was just too good. If she had bad luck, she made up for it. So we're very proud that she came through the sale ring, just this sale ring behind us here in Chott, and so we've named the bar after her, and I don't think it's ever going to be renamed, because I don't see anyone else beating 5 out of 25.
I always liked a line used by a colleague of mine who's no longer with us, but he was doing a story on World Series cricket, and he said that the centenary test match was the pickup joint for World Series cricket. Well, in a funny kind of way, this is a pickup joint for so many things like partnerships and people working together inside this industry.
On many levels, Tim. Like, you know, on the most simple level, you've got syndicators that are here that are buying horses, and a syndicator, someone who buys a horse, and then they promote it. They get a PDS, a product disclosure statement, and sell shares. And so they put people together, 5%, 10%, into a horse, and those people can have a lifetime of memories in racing a horse. And that at probably a higher level, you can then have some of the major players, stud farms and other investors who take it very seriously, and they could put millions of dollars together into a fund and chip in and buy horses together. And you know, a good example of that would be Newgate Farm. You know, that's a very cosmopolitan syndicate where, you know, Henry Field's been able to put together investors from North America and from China, locally and in other parts of the world, to invest in top quality colts and make stallions. So there's lots of ways it can be done, and quite often those people meet here at a horse sale for the first time, and we introduce them.
And hopefully it's all systems go towards Easter. Last year, of course, COVID stopped that, but now that's just an experience, isn't it?
Yes, well, look, we hope so. Certainly we found a way to get the Easter sale done in a virtual way last year with no people and no horses. So we improvised. I just hope we're not in that position this year. And I certainly feel that the New South Wales government, you know, are very, very proactive in how they're managing things, very sensible. And I'm confident we'll run that sale in a few weeks as planned, and it will go very well, I'm sure.
It's a cracker, isn't it? It's the highlight. It's the shiny ball of the calendar.
It is. Look, if you can only go to one horse sale ever in your life, you want to go to an Easter sale. You know, it's got a tradition of well over 100 years of producing the best horses in the country, and it's where people congregate from all around the world. And there will be international buyers at this Easter sale. We've been able to find a way to get people out. They're doing their 2-week quarantine, and there are some people who just can't miss it.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.